It's neck and neck. You gotta hurry.
That is correct. There is perhaps no greater feeling than outsmarting an icon of the highest caliber. Sean Copeland, Blizzard's Historian Supervisor, the Loremaster, lore walker, and all-around great guy, arguably knows more about World of Warcraft than anybody else. In his office building. We're on a quest to find members of WoW fandom that know the ins and outs, the nooks and crannies, the truth and lies of the beloved game, all to obtain bragging rights and to compete in an epic battle with the Loremaster himself. This is Stump Sean. My name is Melanie Johnson, proud member of the Horde, and your host. Let's meet our three daring players. First up, we have James. Hello, James.
Hi.
James, it says here that your main is a level 60 hunter, and you got Shadowlands Season 4 Keystone Master in just 2 weeks. What, did you play nonstop?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow, what inspired you to do that?
We had a couple of friends that pretty much did it in a month, and we were like, we could do better.
And you did. Very impressive. Thank you so much for being here. Next up, we have Talon. Hello, Talon.
Hi.
Talon, it says you are a level 90 Tauren Enhancement Shaman, and your character name is dyslexic because you are dyslexic. You even wear 2 different colored shoes to help.
Yep.
Are you wearing them right
Yes,
now?
I am. Here they are.
Oh my gosh. When did you start doing that?
Since I was 7, to help with my lefts and rights, and it's been working out great ever since.
Well,
so.
I love those. I might need a pair.
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, we have Connor. Connor, you are a level 60 Warlock, and it says here you wrote for Wowpedia for 3 years. Tell me more about that.
Well, I was just reading all the books, and while I was questing, I'd inevitably want to find out more about the characters and the story, and inevitably I'd find there'd be holes missing on the wiki or things that were inaccurate, and I just kept editing in my free time.
Well, thank you for righting those wrongs. The WoW community is in service to you. Thank you so much for being here. Sean, how do you feel about these worthy opponents?
I'm a bit nervous. We got some fierce lore friends up here.
Fierce lore friends. You've got him shaking in his boots. All right, guys, let's launch into our first round, which is Death by Trivia. So here's how it'll work. A question will appear on the screen behind me. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. The first player who buzzes in will have the opportunity to answer from 4 multiple choice answers that will appear on the screen. If the player answers incorrectly, then the other 2 players may guess. Now there's only 10 questions this round, so if you think you know the answer, buzz in. All right, let's get started. Question 1. What was the name of the human who helped Thrall escape his imprisonment in Durnhold Keep? James? Your answers to choose from are Caraman Langston, B. Jaina Proudmoore, C. Taretha Foxton, or D. Arthas Menethil.
C. Taretha Foxton.
That is correct. Question 2. Which of the following pets was not included in the original collector's edition of World of Warcraft? Connor? Your answers to choose from are A. Murky, B. Panda Cub, C. Zergling, or D. Mini Diablo.
A. Murky.
That is correct. Question 3. Which paladin was not among the 5 when the Silver Hand was originally created? James, your answers to choose from are A. Saidan Dathrohan, B. Gavinrad the Dyer, C. Alexandros Mograine, or D. Uther the Lightbringer.
C. Alexandros Mograine.
That is correct. Question 4. What is the name of Gromash Hellscream's son? Connor, your answers to choose from are A. Gromash, B. Golka, C. Grimmel, or D. Garrosh.
D. Garrosh.
That is correct. Question 5. How many resources does a team need in Arathi Basin to win? James, A. 1,000, B. 1,600, C. 1,800, or D. 750?
B. 1,600.
That is correct. Question 6. Kolkar, Gelkis, and Magrum are all tribes of which monster race? Connor, A. Centaur, B. Murloc, C. Gnoll, or D. Elemental?
A. Centaur.
That is correct. Question 7. What profession is required to obtain Mr. Pinchy? James, A. Tailoring, B. Alchemy, C. Fishing, or D. Mining?
C. Fishing.
That is correct. Question 8. What area was reshaped by goblins to resemble the symbol of the Horde? Connor, A. Mulgore, B. Ashara, C. Duratar, or D. Kazan?
B. Azara.
That is correct. Question 9. Crow Threadstrong continually threatens what specific type of vendor in Shatrath City? James, A. Cloth vendor, B. Reagent vendor, C. Fruit vendor, or D. Water vendor?
C. Fruit vendor.
You knew it. Question 10. The Hearthstone of a level 1 character without a guild has a cooldown of how many minutes? Connor, A. 60, B, 30, C, 45, or D, 20?
B, 30.
That is correct. Nicely done. Not a question missed. Let's tally the scores. James, you had 5 points. Talon, you had 0 points. And Connor, you had 5 points. So I am sorry to say, Talon, you have been eliminated from today's competition. Anything you'd like to say to Sean before you go?
Just for the horde.
For the lore.
For the horde and for the lore. Thank you so much for being here, Talon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Talon! With 2 sensational players left, we refresh the scoreboard back to 0. Let's watch as Blizzard's very own Patrick Dawson introduces the rules for round 2.
Hi, I'm Patrick Dawson, Production Director for World of Warcraft. Today's round 2 game is called Put It on the Map. Players will have to recreate a map of Azeroth based on cutout shapes of each major continent. However, you have to do this blindfolded. Now, if you get your continent in the correct place or very close, you'll get a point. The player with the most points will move on to the final round. Good luck.
How does that sound?
Oh, it's gonna be tough.
Hey, James is a little nervous. Connor, how are you feeling?
I mean, I know the map of Azeroth better than I know the United States, so I've got it.
James, watch out. Connor is prepared. Sean, do you think these players have what it takes?
I think it's going to be head-to-head, and it's going to be locked tight for a while. But I think this is going to be a good show.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you tied the first round, so let's see who is victorious in round 2. All right, players, before you put your blindfolds on, let's have you take a look at the pieces, as we did combine some small continents. All right, there's 5 pieces, so take a look at them. That's about enough time. Now put those blindfolds on. Now, Sean and I will be on the sidelines in case you go off course. Go ahead and take your first piece, please. All right, we will put 2 minutes on the clock. The player who puts the most continents correctly on the map will win this round. 2 minutes starts now.
Oh, I can't see. Nope.
All right,
Nope.
Oh, there is.
Oh,
here we go. Yep, feel around. First piece. James has the first piece. He's selecting the second.
I can't tell how close I am. Ah.
All right, Connor. Connor has selected his second piece. All right, James is putting his second piece down. He's going back for his third piece. Okay. All right, Connor, he's looking for his third. James is back at the board, feeling around. Connor's back at the board. Okay, James is going back for his fourth piece. So is Connor. It's neck and neck. All right, James, he's putting his fourth piece. Okay, he's going back for piece number 5. Connor, you gotta hurry. He's feeling around.
Oh, come on. Oh, past the table.
He's feeling
Grabbing
around.
it.
And James has put all 5 pieces on the board.
Do I still have time?
And time is up. Players, please remove your blindfolds. All right, as you can see, Connor, you scored 2 points. We'll give you Northrend, that's pretty much there. And it looks like you scored 5 out of 5 continents. Congratulations, James. That is so impressive. What was your technique?
I just felt for like the outlines of the continents on the board, grabbed the bottom and said, stick.
Well,
That was the best I could get.
extremely impressive. And Connor, a great effort from you as well. I mean, this is no small feat.
I spaced out Pandaria completely wrong, not realizing until after I picked it up that it was the piece I had in my hand.
Hey, it's tough. Sean, any departing words of wisdom for Connor?
I'm just really, really happy that they were here. They gave their best effort here. This was not easy, so
No.
you should be very proud, man. Well done.
Absolutely. Congratulations to both of you. James, you will be advancing to the final round, which is a quick fire battle with none other than Sean Copeland. Let's get set up for round 3. Before we begin round 3, here is a special video from Patrick Dawson.
Contestants, listen up. Sean and I used to raid back together in Cataclysm, Lich King, that time frame. We both played Fire Mages. I would always beat him on the DPS meters. And so what I need you all to do is beat him the same way I did back in the day. Good luck.
Sean, how do you feel about that?
I love history, but I don't love my own history being brought upon me. But yeah, thank you, Pat. Appreciate it.
And James, did that inspire you? Feel encouraged?
Am ready.
He's ready. All right, well, let's jump into it. final Stump Sean round is a quickfire battle. I will read a question, and the first player who buzzes will have the opportunity to answer. If the player guesses incorrectly, the other player may guess. We have 90 seconds to go through as many questions as possible. If our player, James, scores more points than Loremaster Sean, he will take home the coveted Stump Sean trophy, as well as eternal bragging rights that he bested Blizzard's very own Historian Supervisor. James, how you feeling?
I'm so excited.
Ready to go.
I'm so excited.
And Sean, how are you feeling?
I'm quaking in my boots.
Quaking in his boots, I love it. Well, let's get right to it. Let's put 90 seconds on the clock. Time starts now. Onyxia used to spy on Stormwind in the guise of a chief advisor. What did she call herself while under her human form? Sean?
Lady Katrana Prestor.
That is correct. Mercurial vestments are a raid tier set for which class? Sean?
Priest.
Which Tide Mistress of the Hatecoil led a Naga army in search of the Titan artifact in Asuna? James?
Lady Vash.
That is incorrect. Sean?
Athissa.
That is correct. What is the name of the marksman hunter weapon artifact also known as the Legacy of the Windrunners? Sean?
That's Dara.
That is correct. The Ashen Verdict faction is associated with which raid instance? Sean?
Icecrown Citadel.
That is correct. What is the use effect on both of the fangs of the Father legendary daggers? Sean?
Slows your fall.
That is correct. Who is not a member of the Titan Pantheon? Aenar, Norganon, Telemont, or Amanthul? Sean?
Telemont.
That is correct. How many different bosses could be found within the Violet Hold of Dalaran in Wrath of the Lich King?
12.
James? That is incorrect. Sean?
7.
That is correct. How many Blood Elf advisors do players face when fighting Kael'thas, Sunstrider, in the Tempest Keep raid? James?
4.
That is correct.
What is the name of the Eridar that tracked the Draenei to Draenor for the Burning Legion?
Kil'jaeden.
That is incorrect. Sean?
Talgath.
That is correct.
What is the name of the staff that belonged to the first Guardian of Tirisfal that exudes unnatural iciness?
James?
Oh, no. Evan
Chill.
Chill.
Very close.
Fast. You were fast.
James, you received 1 point, and Sean, you received 9 points. James, unfortunately, you did not stump Sean today, but great effort.
Thank you, thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel satisfied. I'm good. I feel like I put up a real good challenge, and I think I did well.
Absolutely. Sean, any parting words?
Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for really putting me on my toes. That was a heck of a lot of fun.
So much fun. Will our Loremaster ever be dethroned? Tune in for more episodes of Stump Sean to find out. 2 for the Horde.
For the Horde! And 1 for the lore!
Well, we're all for the lore.
Feel free to interact. We're trying to teach people who are into lore and they want to make it a career how to do so you're not like me and stumbling in the dark for years. Fair. Everything that you guys do over there.
You guys started this
very
week?
awesome. For me, it's the runes, right? Like the details that you just did.
It's not I did, it's from the movie.
I know. But this is yours now. This is your baby.
Yeah.
So.
Have you played Dragonflight, WoW's latest expansion? If not, what are you waiting for? Go play, like, now.